The Philippines, a name that conjures images of pristine beaches, swaying palm trees, and crystal clear waters. It's a country that has, for too long, been content to exist in the shadow of its Southeast Asian neighbors. But I'm here to tell you, the Philippines is waking up. We're talking about a country with over 7,000 islands, each one more diverse and intriguing than the last. Volcanoes pierce the sky, rice terraces cascade down mountainsides, and bustling cities pulse with a chaotic energy that's both intoxicating and exhilarating. The Philippines is shockingly affordable. Your dollar, euro, or pound stretches further than you ever thought possible. Sure, the beaches are nice, but the Philippines is about so much more than just soaking up the sun. This is a country with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a people known for their warmth and hospitality. From the jeepneys that rule the roads to the karaoke bars that echo late into the night, the Philippines is a sensory overload in the best possible way. Forget your fancy five-star restaurants. Some of the best meals you'll ever have will be on a plastic stool on the side of the road for about $2. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the affordability. Think about it, a delicious meal for under $5, a private room in a guest house for $10, a cold beer on the beach for less than $1. It's all possible in the Philippines. This isn't about roughing it either. We're talking comfortable accommodations, delicious food, and incredible experiences, all without breaking the bank. This is about smart travel, about experiencing a country in its rawest, most authentic form. All right, let's talk about where you're going to rest your head after a long day of exploring. In the Philippines, you've got options, people. We're talking everything from backpacker dives to boutique hotels to five-star resorts. For under $10 a night, you can snag yourself a bed in a dorm room in a hostel. If you're looking for a little more privacy, guest houses are the way to go. For $15 to $25 a night, you can get yourself a private room with a fan and maybe even a hot shower if you're lucky. For those of you who want a little more luxury in your life, fear not. Boutique hotels and resorts offer stunning rooms, infinity pools overlooking the ocean, and all the amenities your heart desires. Now, let's talk about the good stuff, the food. Get ready to loosen your belts, folks, because the Philippines is a culinary paradise. Street food is king here. For a couple of bucks, you can get your hands on some of the most flavorful, satisfying food you'll ever eat. If you're looking for something a little more upscale, there are plenty of restaurants serving up both traditional Filipino dishes and international cuisine. The Philippines is known for its San Miguel beer, which is brewed locally and sold everywhere for about 50 cents a bottle. Now you're going to need to get around this island nation. Thankfully, transportation in the Philippines is as cheap and cheerful as everything else. The most common form of public transportation is the jeepney, a colorful, kitschy vehicle that's essentially a cross between a jeep and a bus. These things are everywhere, and a ride will usually set you back less than 10 cents. For longer distances, you've got buses that crisscross the country. You can also hop on a ferry to island hop your way around the archipelago, with fares starting at just a couple of dollars. If you're feeling adventurous, you can rent a motorbike for about $5 to $10 a day. And for those of you who value convenience over adventure, taxis are readily available in the cities. Buckle up, kids, because the Philippines knows how to party. They call them fiestas, massive street parties that explode with color, music, and a whole lot of dancing. Imagine this: giant effigies parading down the street, dancers in elaborate costumes, and enough food to feed a small army. The energy is infectious, the music is loud, and the locals are more than happy to welcome you to the party. Each fiesta has its own unique flavor, often tied to religious traditions or historical events. This is Filipinos celebrating their culture, their history, their life. Here's the thing about Filipinos. They know how to live. They've got this laid-back attitude, this island time mentality that's both refreshing and contagious. Don't expect things to run like clockwork here. Just relax, go with the flow, and embrace the chaos. Family is everything in the Philippines. You'll see multiple generations living under one roof, sharing meals, stories, and laughter. Filipinos are also incredibly resilient. There's a sense of community here that's hard to find anywhere else. The Philippines is a melting pot of religious and spiritual beliefs. Centuries of Spanish colonialism have left their mark, with Catholicism being the dominant religion. But look closer, and you'll find traces of ancient animistic traditions woven into the fabric of everyday life. From the elaborate churches with their Spanish colonial architecture to the hidden shrines tucked away in caves and forests, faith is everywhere in the Philippines. Filipinos are proud of their heritage, and they're more than happy to share their stories with those who are genuinely interested. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, Anthony, I don't speak a lick of Tagalog. Fear not, my friend, because English is practically a second language in the Philippines. Thanks to American influence, for better or worse, you'll find that most Filipinos can speak at least some English, especially in tourist areas. Filipinos are incredibly patient and helpful. Don't be afraid to try out a few Tagalog phrases yourself. It's a sign of respect, and you might just get a chuckle or two out of the locals. All right, let's talk about the good stuff. The islands. The Philippines has over 7,000 of them, each with its own unique personality. First up, you've got Palawan. We're talking about limestone cliffs jutting out of turquoise waters, hidden coves begging to be explored, and beaches so perfect they look photoshopped. Then there's Boracay. This island is famous for its white beach, a 4-kilometer stretch of powder-fine sand and crystal-clear waters. If you're looking for something a little more off the beaten path, check out Siargao. This island is a surfer's paradise, with waves that'll have you carving it up like a pro, or at least trying to. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Philippines is all about the beaches. And while the beaches are undeniably stunning, this country has so much more to offer than just sand and surf. Venture inland, and you'll find yourself surrounded by lush rainforests, towering mountains, and cascading waterfalls. Take the Banaue Rice Terraces, for example. Carved into the mountainsides over 2,000 years ago, these ancient rice terraces are a testament to the ingenuity and hard work of the Filipino people. Then there are the chocolate hills in Bohol, over 1,200 grass-covered hills that turn a rich chocolate brown during the dry season. For those of you who like to break a sweat on your travels, the Philippines has got you covered. From hiking to diving to zip-lining through the jungle, there are plenty of ways to get your adrenaline pumping. If you're up for a challenge, hike up Mount Apo, the highest mountain in the Philippines. For a less strenuous hike, check out Mount Pulag, known for its stunning sea of clouds at sunrise. For a different kind of thrill, try whitewater rafting in Cagayan de Oro or canyoning in Cebu. And let's not forget about the volcanoes. You can hike up to the crater of Tayal volcano or marvel at the majestic beauty of Mount Mayon. Now, let's talk about what lies beneath the surface. The Philippines is part of the Coral Triangle, the global center of marine biodiversity. We're talking about a kaleidoscope of coral reefs, tropical fish, and marine life that'll blow your mind. Head to Anilao in Batangas for world-class macro photography, where you can spot tiny critters like nudibranchs. Head to Anilao in Batangas for world-class macro photography, where you can spot tiny critters like pygmy seahorses. For something truly unforgettable, dive with whale sharks in Donsol, Sorsogon. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a thresher shark. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a manta ray. Look, I've traveled to every corner of this planet, eaten things that would make your hair curl, and seen things that would make your grandma blush. But let me tell you something. Some of the kindest, most welcoming people I've ever met are right here in the Philippines. Filipinos have this genuine warmth, this generosity of spirit that just radiates from them. They'll go out of their way to help you, even if it means going out of their way. Get lost in a maze of back streets? Someone will drop everything to point you in the right direction. Just try not to crack a smile when they greet you with a hearty mabuhay. It's impossible. Section 2. More than just a smile. Understanding the Filipino spirit. Now, some folks might mistake that easygoing nature for a lack of depth. But trust me, there's a quiet strength, a resilience in the Filipino spirit that runs deeper than you can imagine. This is a country that's been through a lot. Natural disasters, economic hardship, you name it. But through it all, Filipinos have maintained their sense of humor, their faith, and their unwavering belief in the power of community. They have this incredible ability to find joy in the simplest of things: a shared meal, a karaoke session, a moment of laughter with friends and family. It's a life lesson we could all learn from, wouldn't you say? One of the things I love most about traveling is the opportunity to connect with people from all walks of life. And in the Philippines, those connections happen effortlessly. Filipinos are naturally curious about other cultures, eager to share their own traditions, and always up for a good time. Whether you're sharing a beer with a local fisherman, learning a few Tagalog phrases from a street vendor, or swapping stories with a family over a home-cooked meal, you're bound to make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone, to embrace the unknown. Ask questions, be respectful, and most importantly, be open to the experience. You might just find yourself falling in love with the Philippines and its people just as much as I did. I'm not going to lie, leaving the Philippines is always bittersweet. It's that feeling of saying goodbye to friends you never knew you had, of leaving a piece of your heart in a place that feels both familiar and exhilaratingly foreign. But that's the beauty of travel, isn't it? It changes you. It opens your eyes to new ways of seeing the world, of experiencing life, and sometimes it leads you to places and people you never expected to find. Places and people that stay with you long after you've said goodbye. So go on, book that ticket, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of the Philippines for yourself. All right, let's talk about something that might make your stomach churn a little. Balut. Imagine this, a fertilized duck egg. That's right, a duck embryo, beak, feathers, and all. It's a street food delicacy here in the Philippines. So I took a deep breath and popped that sucker in my mouth. The verdict? It's an experience. But hey, when in Rome, right? If you're feeling adventurous, I dare you to give it a try. From jeepney art to karaoke kings uniquely Filipino. The Philippines is a unique blend of influences. Spanish colonialism, American pop culture, and ancient Asian traditions create something original. Take the jeepney, for example. This iconic vehicle is like a rolling art exhibit. Each one is uniquely customized with vibrant colors and religious icons. Karaoke is a national pastime, a way of life. From family gatherings to roadside eateries, Filipinos belt out their hearts. Superstitions and spirits, navigating the mystical side. Filipinos have a deep-rooted belief in the supernatural. Spirits, ghosts, and mythical creatures are as much a part of their culture as adobo and karaoke. You'll see amulets and charms hanging from rearview mirrors, and witness rituals meant to appease the spirits. It's a testament to their deep connection to their history and ancestors. Take the manananggal, a vampire-like being that detaches its upper torso and sprouts bat wings. These stories add a layer of mystery and intrigue to the Filipino experience. Section 4. A cultural kaleidoscope. More than just strange and wonderful. The thing about the Philippines is, it never gets boring. From the moment you step off the plane, you're bombarded with a sensory overload of sights, sounds, and smells that are both exhilarating and overwhelming. It's a country of contrasts. Modern cities juxtaposed with ancient rice terraces, bustling markets overflowing with exotic fruits and spices, and tranquil beaches where time seems to stand still. But what truly makes the Philippines special is its people. Their warmth, their resilience, their ability to find joy in the simplest of things. It's infectious. So, if you're looking for an adventure that's off the beaten path, a place where the unexpected is the norm, and the people will steal your heart, look no further than the Philippines. Just be prepared to have your mind blown, and maybe your stomach tested a little along the way. Section 1. More than a travel destination, an invitation to experience. So, there you have it. The Philippines laid bare. Not just the tourist brochures and Instagram filters, but the real deal. A country of contradictions. A tapestry woven from ancient traditions and modern aspirations, where the chaotic energy of the streets is balanced by the serene beauty of its natural wonders. We've explored the affordability that makes it a backpacker's dream and a budget traveler's paradise. From homestays with families who welcome you like long-lost relatives to street food that explodes with flavor, your money goes a long way here. But more than that, we've delved into the heart of what makes this country so special. The Filipinos themselves, their warmth, their resilience, their unwavering optimism in the face of adversity. It's a kind of magic you won't find just anywhere. Section 2. The call of the Philippines, will you answer? The Philippines isn't just a place you visit. It's a place that gets under your skin. It stays with you long after you've left its shores. You'll find yourself craving the taste of adobo, the rhythm of karaoke echoing in your ears, the memory of smiles exchanged with strangers who felt like family. This isn't a destination for everyone. It's not for those who need their creature comforts, who shy away from the unfamiliar, who prefer their adventures pre-packaged and predictable. But if you're looking for something more, something real, something that will challenge and inspire you in equal measure, then maybe, just maybe, the Philippines is calling your name. The only question is, will you answer?